Number 1. For 18 to 29-year-olds living in Western countries, such as the US, UK, France, Germany, and so on, there are on average 105 men for every 100 women. Now, a lot of you might be surprised that I had this as my number 1 statistic, but the reason I love this piece of data so much is because it is a direct counter-argument to anyone who still believes in this idea of there's somebody out there for everyone.
That's not a fact that there's someone out there for everyone. There is not someone out there for everyone. That's like a stupid statement to believe. That just makes loser people feel better about themselves. Like this whole black pill dudes are like the most loser of losers that complain that, oh, I can't do anything because, genetics are all against me. I'm like, first of all, I seen short dudes pull girls. I seen my ugly homeboys pull girls. So y'all have no excuse. The fact is, y'all not wanna ask out 10, 15 girls a day because you feel I'm already gonna get rejected while I do it. That's why you're gonna lose. And I hope y'all give this message to y'all younger cousins, y'all younger nephews and brothers, because I'm not gonna say some because y'all not gonna reproduce because y'all lame anyways. I hope y'all give this message to y'all people in y'all families of the next generation, because it's gonna make it when my son comes up, it's gonna be that much easier for him because he's gonna be confident. He's gonna be a real one. He's not gonna be like y'all loser dudes that don't wanna do anything to improve yourself. See, I can understand the red pill. The red pill say, hey, yo, you're a loser, do better. The daggone black pill, hey, you're a loser, there's no hope for you, just be a loser, blah, blah, blah. The black pill is some of the most loser stuff I ever heard, but let's continue.
This data is basically saying that even if we lived in a 100% perfect system, where every man and woman was able to find a partner, and they were 100% satisfied with their relationship, even if this was the case, then still, every time, there would be a guaranteed 5 men who are left out. And even then, it doesn't stop there, because you've also got to factor in that a large portion of these women aren't going to be the most ideal to date. So maybe they're single mothers, overweight, or maybe they're excluded from the dating market altogether, if they're more.
Okay, so you're excluding some of the low quality women, but what about y'all low quality dudes that don't want to improve yourself? That's who y'all supposed to be dating. A lot of y'all loser dudes complain about, oh, fat, ugly, and single moms. Those are y'all wives. Leave the top tier women for the top tier guys and stop complaining. You just mad that the top tier guy will still bust down the low quality women that's left for y'all, but y'all get mad because y'all don't even want to deal with those low quality women that's meant for y'all.
Or career or travel focused. But this is besides the point, because this data assumes that even if the system was perfect and every match was ideal, then it's still going to leave some men left out of the dating market altogether. And lastly, before I move on to point number 2, if you want to know the reasoning for why this is and why there are more men than women, is because in tribal times, men were much more likely to die during hunting or fighting other tribes. But by the time men and women reach fertile age, the numbers would usually be balanced out by that point. But obviously now we live in our developed world, there are no longer factors such as the ones I just listed to equalise the numbers. So that's the first statistic. There is a
And actually that's wrong, because through evolutionary biology, when you study it, if dudes are producing more daggone male sperm cells, then there'll be more males being produced over into the next generation, then they'll even decrease the amount of females in general. But the actual is pretty much 50-50. This number is really not. And to be honest, there's actually more daggone females, because you gotta understand there's a lot of portion of men that are in jail, and like there's still stuff that like men do the harder job that end up dying earlier anyway, but we're not gonna talk about that, are we?
a surplus of men, particularly for young age demographics living in the West. Moving on to number 2, height disadvantage. So taking a look at this chart, we have male height on the x-axis with the corresponding acceptance rate that women would deem suitable to date. And if we zoom in to a few critical parts of the graph, at 5'6", a man will have a 75% rejection rate based on his height alone. This is excluding other factors. This graph is based solely on height, and it gets even worse at 5'4", where it drops to 90%. This graph shows plain and simply just how significant height is for men when it comes to dating. And in my opinion,
see, the problem is not your height. The problem is if you have a lower chance of getting with women, you need to talk to more women. Like that, it's as simple as that is. Oh, you're gonna get a 90% rejection rate. you gotta talk to like 10 times the amount of women or something like that, because you're bound to get a yes. Stop complaining and just man up sooner or later. Stop taking this black pill stuff seriously. Like, oh, and the 5556, dude, I have my homeboy. I'm like, yo, how do you do it, bro? Write a book, because baddies after baddies. I'm like, damn, dude, I see you. This dude, he was like 5'6". He said he was talking to a girl that was 6'3". I'm like, all this BS, like, this is only on the internet. In real life, most of the stuff doesn't really go like that. And if you are a loser and can't do good on these dating apps because of your height, talk to women in real life and stop being a daggone black pill, red pill loser, bro. Like, for real, dog. Y'all making the next generation, my son's gonna have it easy because all of y'all are you losers, dog. Like, come on now. Let's go. Let's continue.
These numbers are likely even worse than what they appear. Because let's say that we bring 100 women back, and we have this man, he's 5'6". So, as already stated, 75 of those 100 will be an instant rejection for this man. But remember, these numbers, these are just the ones who said. These were just the ones who were honest in the survey, saying that they would reject a man at 5'6". What you've also got to take into account is others who lied in order to look good and virtuous. And still, on top of this, you've also got to take into account any others who have a strong disdain or rejection rate for somebody who's 5'6", but would only consider dating him if he's massively making up for his lack of height in other areas, like having Tom Cruise tier face, status and wealth. But your average 5'6" man isn't realistically going to have this.
He's saying you got 5 women left if you're 5'6". That means you gotta ask out 20 times the women as the dude that could get all 100. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Stop complaining, bro. The thing is, a lot of these dudes that watch this type of stuff that feeds into it, like they like, what is it? The self-fulfilling prophecy or something like that. They just believe it in and say, oh, I'm not even gonna try because this is already gonna happen. There's no point in trying. And that's why y'all losers will end up alone and y'all shouldn't complain. I don't want to hear that, oh, it's unfair, blah. Life's not fair. We told that to fat chicks. We told that to ugly chicks. We told that to the single mom. And y'all need to hear it too. Either man up and go daggone, get the baddie that you want and stop complaining. Ask out those 20 times. You got to put in 20 times the amount of work because you only get 5. So you gotta get to, so get the same 100 as that top tier dude. You gotta ask out 20 times the girl. So either do that because, hey, yo, I did. And you know what? Another thing, get off the dating app. The dating app ain't for losers like y'all. Y'all need to talk to them in person, develop some type of personality, and stop being a weirdo. It's just that simple.
These things. So really, the number of actual options that a 5'6" man will have is likely going to be significantly less than what the already shocking data shows. So that's number 2 about height. Moving on to number 3. Women, irrespective of their own ethnicity, favour white men when it comes to dating. So in this survey, women were asked which ethnicity they find the most attractive. I'll start by showing you this. This is what the data would look like if your ethnicity had nothing to do with your dating life. If people were colourblind, as it's now commonly said, there'd be a completely even playing field, each sitting at 20%. Well, this graph, this is how white women responded. As you can see, the data is now heavily skewed. They in fact favoured their own ethnicity by 86%, with others being preferred for roughly 5%. But I can understand this. I can see why it makes sense that one ethnicity...
Hey yo, I know the black dudes watching this like, what? For real? That's how it is? Because it don't feel like that. In real life, it don't really feel like that. You can't really feel this like type of stuff because... Hey, yo, us brothers, we getting them snow buddies. We getting the Latinos. We getting the Asian. When I was in Japan, don't tell my wife, but shoot, I'm just saying, bro. Stop being a loser. Like, this crap doesn't really matter. So what? That's their preference, and it doesn't really matter because even if this is their preference, what they're most attracted to, they still date all the other stuff too. If you could put your game down well, if you could talk to a girl, if you're not just have some, oh, I'm not going to do it because there's no point in trying. Keep doing that. Keep telling your people, your friends and family of your next generation to do that because you're making my son's job easier. And I know that dude's going to be like 6 something because his mom's about 5'8", I'm about 5'10", so he going to be tall as crap too. So y'all family members of the next generation, yeah, I feel bad for them because they got to compete against my son and that ain't fair at all. But let's continue.
will prefer to date their own. So based off this, you might expect other ethnicities to look something like this. So if you ask black women, they might respond this way, again favouring their own. Same goes for all other ethnicities, you'd expect the same pattern. But in reality, this is what the actual data looks like. Now this might seem a little confusing at first, but we have the female's ethnicity on the left and their preference rate on the bottom, and the bars are colour coded. So if we go back to what white women rated earlier, you'll see on the graph that the orange bar for white men sits at 86%. And now what the shocking thing is, what stands out right away, is there is a hell of a lot of orange on this chart. Meaning most ethnicities, when it comes to preferences in dating, prefer to date white men. In fact, what's most shocking, in every case except for black women, they had a preference of over 50%, meaning they preferred this ethnicity over all others combined. So there's that statistic.
Bro, I'm just gonna say, in real life, people don't only date their preferences because everyone's always talking about black men with white women this, black men with white women this. So y'all know this is some BS, but let's continue.
Moving on to number 4. A staggering 95% of Tinder likes go to just the top 50% of men. This shows two things. Number 1, hypergamy. It shows the vast majority of women, even those of lesser attractiveness, only have eyes for the top 50%. And secondly, it also shows the significant amount of looks discrimination that men face when it comes to dating. So
you get this information, what do you do about it next? Like what do y'all black pill losers do about it? Cause the red pill dudes, they're kind of lame, but at least they're trying to get better. Like, this is why, I don't respect no one that say, oh, I'm black pill, blah, 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 MW, whatever shit, men going their own way. Or red pill, I give them some type of respect because some of the stuff they say is true, and they all say get better, but some of the stuff they say is, ridiculous and kind of just weird and dumb. But, this right here, just I'm living life by the data. Come on. Because in reality, people don't just do what they say they do on surveys. You gotta stop living life based off surveys, based off data, live life based off what actually happens in reality. Because all these who is doing these surveys? Are they peer reviewed? Blah blah blah. Does it even really matter? Because what's the bottom 50% of the guys? You need to put in more work. You're not gonna get it as easy. Just put in more work. And that's y'all problem. Y'all don't want to work harder. Y'all feel like y'all should just deserve love. Y'all should just get it. Y'all don't deserve crap. Y'all definitely don't deserve love. Y'all don't deserve women because y'all too scared and y'all too weak to go get one. If y'all gonna stay like that, hey, yo, I just know I'm out of the dang game, so y'all don't got to compete with me no more. I'm done. I'm married. But when my son comes up, he gonna take your girl, your son's girl, and your mom. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, my son, he gonna be out there. He gonna be a menace, boy. Well, let's continue.
If you're in that bottom 50% of men, which, for a man selected at random, will be a coin flip, then you're competing for that last 5%. This shows how severely the odds can be stacked against you, almost entirely based on your looks. If you've watched a lot of my content, you will know this is one of my favourite statistics to use. It's a great one to have at hand and can be used in many points of discussion. Next, number 5. Looks is
it only could be used in a point of discussion about Tinder. In real life, that's not how it goes. In real life, you see the lame dude actually with a bad. I know everyone's seen the situation. Hey, how did that dude get with that chick? Because he's not talking to her on Tinder. He actually talks to her in real life and he manned up. And a lot of y'all loser dudes can't do that. And I'm and I laugh at y'all. I don't have no pity for y'all because we like to talk crap about these females, but give these men a pass. Nah, F that. We gonna crap on y'all too. Man up, get better.
The biggest indicator of a man's dating success. So if we take a look at this graph, on the left we have various attributes that make you attractive. So looks, personality, money. On the right we have the rating of how strong each of these factors is for when it comes to a relationship initiation. And it's scored from -1 to 1. So the closer to 1 a factor is, the more weight it carries. And if it's below 0, it's undesirable. It actually makes your situation worse. So let's fill in the table. We'll start with what it's like for women. And the results should be fairly obvious. So obviously looks came in first. Everyone knows that men care about a woman's looks, and is a hugely significant factor for when a man is determining the suitability of a potential partner. So no surprises there. Personality came second and money came third. Now let's see what the picture looks like for men. Now, on first guess, you might be expecting looks to carry much less weight, as most people assume that women care more about these kind of things when looking for a partner, a man's resources or his confidence and humour. But, in reality, this data shows when it comes to dating, looks is just as important, if not slightly more important for men than it is for women, with looks carrying a strength correlation of 0.46 for men, which is 0.03 higher than it is for women.
So what? Like, you get mad that women want an attractive guy and you want an attractive woman? Like, get over it, bro. Like, y'all, this material, this black pill stuff is for loser dudes in their loser echo chamber that don't want to do anything to improve themselves. They just want to say, oh, it's the decks are stacked against me, I can't win, so there's no point in trying. And that's why you're gonna always be a loser. And I hope you give that idea to people in your family of the next generation so you can make it that much easier for the people in my family of the next generation. Cause my son, oh, not even let's put my son aside. My daggone nephews, bro, oh my goodness, they're gonna be ferocious out there because they gonna see y'all dudes being losers, talking to a girl for 3 months, can't get the courage to try to ask her out, even though you be fantasizing about it at night. Either go up to her like, hey, yo, what's up, what you doing? Is that your boyfriend? She's like, no, we just friends. And you'll be like, and you're not gonna say this because you're a loser, and then my son's gonna go get your girl. I'm just saying, you can't get mad at women for actually wanting to do that's of equality. Like, y'all don't want to date single moms. Y'all don't want to date fat women. Y'all don't want to date other women. And yet you mad that they don't want to do that either? You mad that, oh, all y'all loser dudes can't get a woman, can't get a dime piece, but the daggone the top tier dudes is dusting off the other women that are meant for y'all because y'all on Tinder instead of talking to women in real life. You get what you get, bruh. So stop complaining. I'm just saying, I hope y'all losers stay losers so it can make it easier for the people that's gonna be winners. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. That's all I got for y'all. If y'all doing this black pill stuff, y'all real dumb, and it's not that hard. Just go talk to a girl out there. And if you get rejected, go talk to 20 more. It's just that simple. And if you keep getting rejected 20 more, bring it up to 100, bring it up to 200. Because if you're not putting up shots, you don't deserve to be in the gym. You don't deserve to be in a game because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I hope y'all losers keep not taking shots, bruh. Like, come on now. But for now, I'm just saying. For now, I'm not, because I know y'all losers ain't gonna say, oh man, you don't know what it's like, blah, blah, blah. I used to be one of y'all losers. And then I decided, you know what? Let me not be a little bitch boy. You know, like one of my mentors in the military was talking to me about girl. He say, hey yo, you get a no from her, move on to the next. So you get a no from her, no from her, no from her. Y'all gotta get used to taking no's. Y'all gotta take all the no's y'all can get because it'll make that yes that much sweeter. And that's all I got for you. That's all I got for y'all today. I'm adding this in for the people that made it through the whole video and actually wants some help and actually wants some self-improvement stuff, right? There's one question you need to know before you try to start talking to girls, if you want a girlfriend. You got to ask, do you not know how to get a girl, or are you scared to try to get a girl? Because you can't get no help if you're scared. But if you just don't know, you can learn. And if you can't answer that question, if you're saying, oh, I'm just too scared, then you're going to be a loser for yourself. If you say, I'm scared, but I'm a man up and fight through it, because that's what courage is, being afraid and still doing it. So if you could do that and just learn how to talk to a girl, not even necessarily on the red pill type stuff, but you got to learn how to talk to a girl for your own weird personality, because I'm a weirdo. So I got to talk to girls that or a person that fits me. I can't be like, hey, yo, man, what's up, girl? How you doing? Shit, you just like, I can't do that. I gotta be all eccentric and all crazy and stuff because that's what works for me. And you gotta figure out what works for you, and don't try to copy someone you see on YouTube and try to be take their style, because that's not gonna work for you. Because sooner or later, these women are gonna see right through that fake stuff. Like when y'all go overseas to try to get girls, they can spot the lame. They just give you some time because they try to get that upgrade in life. I'm just saying. So this is my advice for y'all. If you scared and you don't have courage, I can't help you. Ain't no one can help you. You gotta first get that courage and man up. But if you don't know, you just gotta learn what works for you. And you got, hey yo, I failed here, I'm gonna try it this way. I failed again, I'm gonna try this. And you gotta keep doing it, keep failing, and keep taking L till you find the method that works for you. Cause that's what worked for me. I'm just saying. So go ahead, complain about someone taking all the girls, or man up and go find out what works for you. That's my piece of advice. If y'all want some more, let me know. But just stop being a lame. It's just that easy. Or if you're a lame, keep being a lame, but learn how to be a lame the right way. That's how I do. You see my hair nappy. You see I'm a little ass. You see all the L's against me, but I still got a wife. I was still pulling baddies back in my day. Bro, my jersey's in the rafters. But don't tell my wife. Like, y'all with me. Don't tell my wife this. And don't be on that loser red pill, black pill stuff. You gotta just learn what works for yourself. That's all I'm saying. But for now, hey yo, I'm out.
And we're out of here like a screaming herd of turtles.